Hello. When working your plumbing project and using PVC pipe, sometimes you have complex angles, and once you the best way I'll give you a tip on the best way to figure it out. Okay. First, you want to get all your angles and your connectors. So this is a little bit of a complex one here. If you can see all the different angles I've got going on to make it exactly where I need it to be, and first you want to dry fit everything together. What dry fit means is you're just going to take the PVC fittings, and this is 2" here for vent pipe, but just put it all together without gluing it or priming it or anything. And you'll see primer on a little bit of it because I've already started just to get a little bit ahead of the game here. And then once you have a complex rig like this, and the easiest way to get it all glued and put back together exactly right is once it's dry fitted, then just take a Sharpie marker here and come up to your pipes, and on your pipes, on every single part where there's a connection, you want to take your Sharpie and just go ahead and make a line on it, just like so, and then put a number on it. This one is going to be number 13, and then that way you can line them all up and have your pipes be put back together and glued back together exactly how they're supposed to be. So now that you've made all your markings, you just go back up in there and just take it apart. Sort of. I gotta put the iPod down for a second. There we go. And then you just take it all apart. Like so. And there it is. And then you just glue it all together and match up all the little fittings. And when you're going to glue, I'll show you how to glue them together. Just look for my other video on YouTube on putting it together. Okay, as shown in my previous video, this is a complex network of connectors here that I needed to put together to make my vent pipes for plumbing for this bathroom that I'm putting together exactly where I need them to be. So I've already started, and I've got all the connectors numbered and lined up. See how I got I use a Sharpie to make the lines so I know where to put it back together, and then I numbered each connection so I put them back in exactly where they go. Also, when you're working with the different angles, like the 45s and the 90s and the different angles, the connectors, the PVC connectors have these little lines on them, little raised lips here, and you can use that to like line them up straight so that you know your angles are going to come out just right on each one. So anyway, there's two things you're going to need. The first one is primer, which is my used can. I like the purple stuff. It seems to work real good. And then you're going to need the PVC cement. Okay, and just take it and leave the cap on both of them until you're ready to go. And also be in a well ventilated area because it's quite strong fumes. So just do one connection at a time, and just take it apart like so, and either end is primed, and so you just give it a little wipe out if there's some dust in there. I just wiped out with my finger, and then you're going to prime both sides of it. So you just unscrew the primer, and it's got a little applicator, and you just go right around in circles like this a couple times. Then you do the same thing to the other side. And then you're going to wait about 30 seconds for it to dry. Okay? Once you let it dry, you're going to take this PVC glue here, and when you put it on, you want to put the lid back on real fast because it can dry really fast. Okay? And Okay, it's been about 60 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds, and the primer's dry now. And usually during that time that I'm waiting, I pull another connector out and prime that section and do 2 or 3 of them, and then go back to the first one to put it back together. But just for the sake of the video, I'm just doing one at a time here. Okay, and when you get ready to glue, you take a look at it and just make sure it's good, and this is your proper piece. You have number 7 and number 7, and you're going to line them up like that. So then you're going to, next step is take the glue. Once again, here's the glue. You're just going to unscrew the cap. And you're going to take it and just get the applicator and just run around a couple times, 2, 3, 4 times, and then do the same thing on the female part of the connector. And get the lid back on real quick. There you go. Then you just take your fitting and find those number 7s again, and just line them up and just put them on. And as you're putting it on, do a little twist like this, so it goes all the way down. And once you get it all the way down, what you want to do is firmly maybe hold it against your body or against something solid, and just hold it together firmly for about 30-40 seconds, because as the glue's drying, if you don't hold it together with pressure, it will push these PVC connectors apart, and it'll glue. The glue will dry in the wrong spot, and then you'll just have to cut it off and do it again. So you don't want to do that. So I hope this tip's been helpful while my glue is drying, and look for more plumbing tips on my YouTube page. See ya.